Hey everybody, it's Emanuel Solomon, the People Man, and I've been talking about motivation, right? We've been talking about how important motivation is for emotional intelligence, and what I want to do really quickly is just give you a bird's eye view of some basic components of the brain so that you know how to motivate yourself. I've already talked about some of the components of emotional intelligence. I talked about the 4 components, which is awareness, emotional regulation. You can also call that self-regulation. Social skill and empathy. Okay, so those are the 4 areas of emotional intelligence, and so I want to talk about motivation and help you to understand, get some awareness about motivation so that you can be able to accomplish your goals. All right, is that cool? I just want to make sure it's all right, because if you don't want to motivate, just don't look at this. All right, close your eyes. So what I want you to do is understand that motivation comes from the brain. Everything comes from the brain, right? Basically. So you have an emotional brain, which is the amygdala, and you have a logical brain. That's the prefrontal cortex, right? That's the part of your brain that makes strong decisions, problem solving, and whatnot. Okay, that prefrontal cortex. And you got that emotional brain, which basically adds priority and emphasis on things that are important in your life. So when you look at something, you have an emotional attachment to those things. Okay, so when you're trying to motivate yourself to go to a goal, you have to have an emotional attachment in order to move forward, right? You need some emotion to push yourself forward, and that emotional part of your brain is very, very strong. There's a guy, I think it was Dan and Chip Heath, who made this book called Switch, and just really showed the 2 parts of the brain and how they work together to help you motivate and help you to be able to make change in your life. That emotional brain, is basically like an elephant. I mean, it's powerful. It's got energy. It's got weight. But when an elephant goes on a rampage, man, it's hard to stop. And then he talked about the logical or rational brain as the rider of that elephant. Okay, and the rider actually directs the elephant in the way that it wants to go. And so our goal is to be able to direct our emotional brain in the way that we want it to go so that we can accomplish our goals. That's motivation. So that connection between that emotional and that logical or rational brain is the essence of how we motivate ourselves. Okay, and it's also the essence of emotional intelligence. So we need to understand that emotional brain is strong, it's powerful, but we have to be able to rein it in with logic and reason so that we can move towards our goals and have the energy, have the power to move forward, but also the strategy and the understanding of what we need to do to accomplish those things. So we need clarity. All right, so that's my motivation tip for the brain.